Welcome to my friends and viewers to your own channel. I wish you all a very happy Maha Shivratri, the big festival of Lord Shiva. आप सबको महाशिवरात्रि के इस पावन पर्व की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं. And before we go further, I just want to share my own experiences with this auspicious night of Mahashivratri and how powerful this night is today. Why do we celebrate Mahashivratri? If you see the folk and if you see the mystical stories behind, there is a lot to do about Lord Shiva and his marriage with Ma Parvati. So essentially, this night today, which is a new moon night, is actually the marriage night of Lord Shiva and Ma Parvati. It's a very auspicious night, and there are a lot of other elements to this story where there is another story which says that Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, Lord Mahesh, they all sat together and they had a discussion among them that who is the most powerful among all the three. And apparently, the end of the story was that they all got defeated by Lord Shiva. They were all below Shiva because Lord Shiva was the supreme authority of the entire universe. There are more story about goddess Sati, who is the first wife of Lord Shiva, and the issue they had just before she going to her father's house for a family ceremony, and eventually God died there, and a lot of problems happened after that. But long story short, there are a lot of folks and stories in the mythological world. But now let's talk more from the astrology perspective, from the cosmetology perspective. Why is Maha Shivratri such an important night of our life? See, you have to understand that every new moon day or a full moon day, there is a special surge of energy around the world. If you come across any sea beach during this time on a full moon day or a new moon day, you will suddenly see very high tides coming all across the sea beach. Why? Because water has special affinity towards the movement of the moon. You would also understand this. Our entire human body has 75% of water. So you can ultimately conclude that how much impact the movement of moon has on our own body and our mind. In fact, if you remember, some people who go crazy or mad are also called as lunatic, just because the word is coming from the word lunar, which is moon itself. The problem is not that the moon changes someone to crazy or mad. It's just that it aggravates your energy to a higher level. So if you're happy, you'll become more happy. If you're in grief, you'll become more in grief. If you're feeling the pain, you'll feel more pain. If you're excited, you'll feel more excited. So this night of the year, especially for the entire year, there is a huge surge of cosmic energies, and one needs to take a lot of attention and a lot of clarity on this night itself to be served and celebrate this huge Parv of Mahashivratri. Now, essentially, we should do four activities on the day of Mahashivratri. First activity, one must observe a full day fast. Fasting in Hindi is called as upvas, which means up means near and vas means nivas, which is the meaning itself is to go more close to God's house. It's a detox cycle which will remove any kind of disturbance in mind and will give more peace and harmony to your mind, which will help you align your thoughts and feelings in sync. So fasting is a very good exercise to observe today, especially when there is huge surge of energy all across you. Second important aspect is we must meditate, and the meditation should preferably happen during the night. If you ask me, we should ideally have be awake for the entire night because of the high surge of energies, especially during the night on a new moon day, on this day today, and we should try and meditate as much as you can. But having said that, you can choose and try your own methods of how you want to meditate and how much time you want to take in this meditation. Ideally, what you should do is you should meditate for some time and then you can take a sleep. The third activity is you should chant Om Namah Shivaya for minimum 108 times. Now, what is the meaning of Om Namah Shivaya? Om means the sound of the universe itself, right? It's been identified and the scientists also know about it. The second is Namah Shivaya, which is the five elements of the universe which is the earth, the fire, the water, the air, and the sky. All these elements remain in harmony and they always remain calm. We chant Om Namah Shivaya. So you can try this during the day anytime for 108 times. Chant Om Namah Shivaya. There is another very powerful mantra which you should chant, which is Maha Mrityunjay mantra. Right now, this mantra itself, the wordings are Om Triyambakam Yajamahi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Rurugrame Bavandhanat Mrityun Mukshiya Mamratak. Now, why should you chant this for 108 times? Again, it's a very, very powerful chant and it will help you liberate your soul from any kind of physical ailment, any kind of mental problem, any problem in life. This is one powerful mantra which can pull you out from any kind of problem. And it's a very, very powerful mantra, especially on this date. You can also do two more mantras if you want. You can chant Shiv Tandav Sutram and Kal Bhairav Ashtakam. They are very, very powerful chant again, right? And will invoke lot of positivity in you, especially on this night. The fourth thing that you should do is that you should actually worship the Shivling itself. It's a symbol of Lord Shiva. Now, don't worry, there is not much of activity that is required in it. If you have a shivling at home, that's great. If you don't have, there is a very small black stone which is called as Shaligram. It is equivalent to the same. What you need to do is you need to just wash it out. You need to pour some Ganga water or even the pure drinking water onto it to keep this stone calm. And secondly, you must put a bale patri, which is the leaves of the bale tree, right? And you should have a triplet, right? This is the triplet of the leaves which you should collect, and all three has different significance. The first leaf is called as Rajas, which means all the regular activities which you do, it symbolizes it. The second is Tamas, which means what is all the inertia and resistance that you get while working, it represents that. And third is Sattva, which is the surge of positivity and all the positive energy that comes into your life, and it balances and harmonizes everything in you. These are the four activities that you must do for today to make this festival a really powerful festival for the rest of your year. Also, I want your blessings because I am going to launch my second book. It is going to launch on 6th of March 2023. The name of the book is 21 Principles from Self-Hate to Self-Love. And as I promised to all of you earlier, tomorrow I'm going to unveil the first chapter of this book. Tomorrow, which is a Sunday around 8 a.m. I will have this session with all of you, the Zoom link and the link of the WhatsApp group where you can join. Please watch it. Please go there. Be part of this session. I would love to share what I want to for my next launch. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for listening. Have a